and welcome to the relaunch. How many relaunches have we done of this show now? It's at least 5.
I think I'm losing count.
It's at least 5. Welcome to the Untitled Show, the first. Well, it's not the first that's on TV, but it's the first of this run that's on TV.
If that makes any sense at all.
Are you confused yet?
If you're not, we're not doing our job.
I'm Bob. He's Donnie. We did 62 episodes leading up to this one.
I'm glad you can remember.
But we've made the decision to hit the reset on everything. So if you have those episodes,
cherish them.
Yes. Hold on to them, love them, caress them. Treat them as if they were your own. So we haven't done this in 2 years, I think it's been.
Been that long?
It's been almost 2 years.
My timetable is so off that I can't keep track of.
I'm the worst at keeping up with time, but
Yeah.
I would easily say it's been almost 2 years.
Yeah, we'll go with that anyway.
Because I'm going back to when we did the Halloween episode when we were dressed up in that makeup.
Oh yeah.
And this
Yeah.
Halloween will be 2 years
Okay.
since we did that. So it's been almost 2 years since we've sat down and done this. So yeah, what have you been up to 2 years? The same as absolutely nothing?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Work, go home. I do have my own place now, but even better. So
Hey.
that's about the only new thing.
Everything's still pretty much the same for me. Working at TV station. Otherwise, how would we be on the TV station? A lot of changes have been going on.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit of changes behind the scenes have been going on. Hence why we're on. Because no one in their right mind would put us on.
It's like, what are these two guys doing?
Unless one of us was making the decision to put us on.
Sounds like a hint, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of a hint. But it seems like every time we start a show, we get a whole new crop of fans.
And hopefully they all carry over.
Yes.
We're
Hopefully the last 2 major segments of the show, those fans will carry over to this one. Being on cable television now, we're not as obscure as we used to be, just being internet only.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more out there in the public view, even though this is midnight. Yeah, everyone's half asleep, going to wake up, go,
What is this?
Who are these two on my TV?
Yeah.
Why are they here? What am I watching? You know. So don't freak out.
Calm down.
Calm down. Take a chill pill.
And enjoy just whatever happens.
As they would say. But for me, I've actually been doing a lot of traveling.
Hence new vehicles. Hence
a new car. I actually got to take my first plane trip this past May. I went all the way to Jersey for a wrestling event.
Did you get sick?
No, I did not get sick. I don't know what it's... I know you're talking about the air sick.
Yeah, air sick.
But for me, I had a stretch there where I got sick no matter where I went. If I went to Daytona for the races, if I went to Atlanta to see a ball game.
If it was anything entertaining and fun.
Anything, I either got a migraine or something with my stomach or...
Something to make you miserable.
Always something to make me miserable and regret ever doing it. It's like, I'm never going anywhere again. But surprisingly enough, the plane ride was fine until I landed there. The moment I get into my friend's car and we're going to his house, that's when the nausea hit.
It's like,
and there were twice on the Jersey Turnpike where I thought I was going to have him pull over for me.
One of those.
We're getting ready to go through a toll booth, and I'm digging for a Ziploc bag that I had all my bathroom stuff in out of my suitcase, just in case.
Yeah, dump it all out.
Yeah. But flying was not as difficult as a task as people would like to make it.
Never flown. I said, just with all the just hoopla surrounding it and everything else, it's just like, planes going missing. I mean, it's kind of like...
People have always warned me about the TSA being a pain. it was actually a breeze to get through, except for the first time I went through it at Tallahassee Airport to get to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. They kind of pulled me aside, and it was like, what's in that jean pocket down there? Nothing.
What?
The machine came up that it had something in there, and the guy's really, he was just feeling around and getting all in there. He couldn't find anything, and they're still just asking me all these questions. It's like, are you sure, sir, there's nothing in your pockets?
Would you like me to...
You just had... in some areas of the world, we're married now, and you didn't find anything. There's nothing in there.
No pot of gold.
Leave me alone. Yeah. But I learned the gum trick with flying. My friend said on the flight back, get some gum and you'll be fine. And I was fine.
Just kind of makes you have something other to think about and
right
and stay focused on.
I think where the nausea hit is I had a bunch of movies on my tablet that I bought specifically for that trip, and I'm sitting there on this tiny screen trying to focus.
And then when you get out of the...
And then when I get out of that, it's like, whoa, oh boy.
Whoa.
Something's not feeling too good.
Plus the flight, plus, yeah.
Yeah,
staring at a little screen too long will kind of...
So both flights back, earbuds in, just listening to music, and I slept most of the way.
Smart idea.
And if you go, and this is a tip for anyone that goes through the Atlanta airport, when you use the train to go from gate to gate, when they tell you, please hold on to something, hold on to something. It goes from about 0 to 40 in a split second. I about crushed 2 old women.
It's like, how are we going to...
I mean, I almost crushed them. And sitting in the airport, I realized that those power outlets are prime real estate.
Everybody's.
And there I am with a laptop, my cell phone, and my tablet trying to charge all 3 of them at once.
And here people are sleeping by the things.
And it was
like
a
the old
mess.
Christmas Vacation, or what was that movie? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where they're all sleeping.
Oh yeah. And I would suggest to anyone, if you're stuck overnight, make sure it's not Newark. It was my idea. The wrestling show that we went to was over at 11, so my flight was at 7 a.m. So I said, instead of taking the 2-hour drive back to my friend's house and then having to get up and drive back, just drop me off at the airport, because the airport was right there next to this arena. Everything in there's closed. Even the area where the vending machines are closed. Couldn't get to anything.
So you're just sitting there.
The only thing that I had is, there was, like, I couldn't even find any, I guess out there, out of the terminal, there's no power outlets anywhere. So I was stuck watching constant reruns of Anthony Bourdain's CNN show. And it was the same 2 episodes over and over again.
Yeah, the you're just sitting there drooling and eyes sagging and stuff.
Finally, at about 5 a.m., the TSA agents started showing up and they opened up the gates. I was like, thank you. Oh.
With eyes sagging and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I say you just...
The unfortunate part of doing stuff like that is I completely don't remember a thing about the wrestling show that I went to.
Because of the other...
Because I was, from the sleep deprivation, that whole thing just out of my memory.
It's like,
when I got home and went online, I watched it again. It was like watching it for the first time.
It's like, I don't remember that.
But I have a few more trips planned. My letters get...
Yeah, I was like, what? I thought
Yeah,
you
confused
said,
a bit.
Yeah.
But because this is TV and not the internet, we actually have to take breaks. So we're going to take one right now. So please watch this. All right, hey guys, welcome back to the Untitled Show. Bob, Donnie. You got me sucked into the wonderful world of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, there's been a few people that I've seen where they've kind of wimped out and there's no ice, it's just cold water.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of that.
Yours was a little bit suspect.
Actually, what happened, I poured a whole bag in it, and it all freaking melted before the water got dumped on my head. It happened to every one of us that night. You're like, whole bag of ice, and you're sitting there, where'd all the ice go?
In one of the fridges at my dad's house, he had a ton of ice trays that needed to be emptied. So, And it was like immediately once he put the ice in, we filmed. So there was some good pieces of ice, chunks of ice left in mine.
Coolest one I have seen is my dad was sitting in a metal chair.
Yeah.
And they dumped it over here, and all you heard was you could hear it just hitting off the metal chair, and I was like, that was neat. So,
it's so weird to me how long it took it to kind of catch on, but once it did,
it's on fire now.
it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And what we have here is a nice compilation of people that have attempted to do the ice bucket
epic fail
and have had issues at some shape, form, or fashion in doing the challenge. Oh! Took the bucket to the face.
Completely missed.
Just completely missed her.
This can't go well.
All right.
Oh, and this cannot go well.
A little too heavy.
That's why it's easier to do it with somebody.
All right, here we go.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Look.
Maybe not.
Too heavy.
Oh! Blind side.
Whoops. Nice Speedo.
Yeah. Nice bucket. Oh, it's a trash can.
He tried to be so cool. Whoops.
Oh.
That's a friend there.
Yeah, just
throw the bucket in your face and then go to pour the.
Oh, at least he had a helmet on.
All right, Campbell.
Oh. Insult to injury.
You're doing this for me. Here we go, buddy.
Good thing he wasn't hooked to his car.
Oh, that would be awful. Whoops.
What's the name? Queen Greaves.
Oh, too heavy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
How about he's bald headed? Oh, yeah.
And whoops.
Didn't even make it. And at that point, that's when you should have dumped the water on her.
There was one video that I saw while getting this one ready. The girl screamed so loud from how cold it was, she got lockjaw.
Holy moly.
She couldn't close her mouth. And her mother, who was filming, thought it was hilarious.
It's like, whoops.
What I loved about the one with the kid on the slide is that he was smart enough to know to go ahead and dump the ice anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
It's like, oops, well,
Too late.
go ahead, just do that too.
That was pretty odd. I've seen a bunch of them. They were all pretty funny. Like I said, my sister actually decided at the end of mine to hold the bucket over my head and slam it on top of my head after the fact. But at least none of ours went with a hitch.
All right, well, we got to take another break. We'll come back and wrap up the show. All right, guys, welcome back to the Untitled Show. Again, Bob, Donnie, in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Or if you can't read the screen down here somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Or it was.
Oh, yeah.
I got to talk to the editor. Put it down there. Okay. Let's see. This is Saturday that you're seeing this. Football season started Thursday, even though we're recording Wednesday. So, yeah, it's confusing to me as well. But this is going to be the first football season where I've participated in fantasy football.
I just can't get into it, man.
I finally got convinced. It was more or less one of those things where they needed a 12th person or the league wasn't going to be able to happen.
So like, here you go, dude. Yeah.
So we had our first draft, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going by the computer. It's like the computer pre-ranks based on voting, I guess. So, like, whoever was the highest ranked, when it came my turn, picked them.
Yep, just went down the list.
And being an Atlanta Falcon fan, I tried to get as many Falcon players as I could. I only ended up with 2, Roddy White, wide receiver, and Jackson, running back.
2 decent picks anyway. So.
Even though I wanted Julio Jones and Matt Ryan.
Yeah, well.
Those got taken from me. Literally, both of them got taken away from me like 2 picks ahead of me. Very frustrating. So now I actually will have to find myself watching and rooting for like the Saints or the Dolphins or the 49ers, which is going to kill me inside a little bit to have to do that.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not big on pro, but like I said, I'm like you. It kind of, how do you get the stats to make it to where who wins?
Yeah. And a note to ESPN, now that Michael Sam has finally signed up to a practice squad, can we please stop talking about him?
Yeah, it was like, is he going to be cut by the Rams? He made the cut with the Rams. Oh, they cut him. I mean, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't care what your preference in life is just don't throw it all over TV all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like the Tony Stewart deal.
Yeah, it was good to see Tony Stewart. Now that you brought up Tony Stewart, I think I've gone to my last NASCAR race I'm going to go to. I tried going to both Daytona races this year, and I got burnt both times by weather.
Yeah, I remember that one. It rained all weekend there about.
It rained. It was an 8.5 hour delay.
Yeah, I mean it was like all day.
I was there for the start of the race, and we left about an hour into the delay because we looked at the radar and we said, "There's no way."
Yes.
And I'm getting alerts on my phone saying tornado warning for Daytona International Speedway. And here we are all standing underneath these metal stands, bleachers.
Yeah. It's like, let's...
Shouldn't they be getting us out of here?
Yeah, let's mosey
Let's get those school buses back over here and bus us back out of here. And we had enough time to make the drive from Daytona, stop in Tallahassee, get something to eat, and get home and not miss a lap. That's how long the delay was.
But that's what you call...
And then in July, we're looking at the radar the entire time, and I'm saying, there's no way. There's no way they're going to race. And the scheduled race time was like 7:30. Yeah. And here they are at 9 o'clock still saying, we think we can get this in.
Nah.
And that's when we made the decision to leave. And then at 9:30, as we're getting right back onto the interstate, they say, okay, delay till tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like...
So... I think I'm done with trying to go to Daytona. The weather is just too unpredictable.
Yes, Florida. I say here is unpredictable.
But I might go to the Atlanta race next season now. They moved it to March.
Yeah, weather's a lot.
Weather's going to be a whole lot better.
Yeah.
I think the race is on March 1st, and I think that's like still going to be a little brisk.
Yeah, better than
a little brisk.
Thunderstorms and tornadoes. And,
yeah.
At least you can put on more clothes.
Yeah. Well, today, as we're recording this on a Wednesday, it was apparently like the anniversary for The Little Rascals.
Love The Little Rascals.
It was still is one of my favorite movies, and they got together and they remade the movie poster.
Quite a change in some of the characters.
I can't remember what is that Spike?
I can't remember.
Not a lot's changed with him. A couple of them, there's not a whole lot of changing going on there. A lot of change with her, though.
Very much so. And I hope that's the same Petey.
If I can't remember her real life name, but if you happen to watch this, Lazy Bob on Twitter.
Had to throw that out there.
But there's another picture that I didn't get, but we'll put on the screen, where Alfalfa and Spanky redid the picture of them in the tutus.
Oh my gosh. Wigs and all, or?
I can't remember if there are wigs involved. Like I said, a picture will be on the screen. I don't have it here with us on here, but it was disturbing watching that as a kid, seeing them in that outfit, you know.
Imagine grown, yeah.
But now they're grown men in tutus, recreating that whole scene.
With the frog and everything.
You had to bring up the frog.
Man.
Why did you bring up the frog?
Just the first thing from that scene that popped in my head.
All right. Well, great first episode back. We're going to leave on the frog note.
Yeah. Ribbit.
Wow. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/UntitledShow fans. And we're The Untitled Show on Twitter and YouTube. If you miss any portion of the TV show, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and see it all there. We air Saturdays at midnight on TV. The shows get uploaded to YouTube Sunday morning.
2 chances, folks.
So 2 chances to watch it. So you can watch us on demand. That's a nice key word they like to use on television.
Yeah,
on
all
demand.
the time, yeah. Well, yeah, anytime you want.
Yeah. Anyway, so thanks for watching.
And sleep good.
Yeah, go to sleep. Go to bed. Seriously, it's 12. It's almost 12:30.
Yeah, put the coffee down.
Go to bed. You got church in the morning. Go to bed.
Later.